Okay, hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tony. I'm here with my sister Holly playing Stardew Valley, and today we are going to be talking about her relationship with her husband, how they met, how they just whatever, that whole thing. So here we go. Alright, hello?
Hello.
Okay, so today we are going to talk about Holly and Jay.
Oh, yes.
So,
okay, so basically I'm just covering, like...
yeah, just tell us how you and Jay met, everything about, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So...
Are we going back to the cave?
Yeah, we should.
Okay, I'm going to empty my pockets real quick first.
Well, we should actually go to the blacksmith, because... to see what we need to upgrade our tools, because they're going to be open now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, hold on. Let me look at our well real quick. Yay, we have a well. It's beautiful. Okay, let's go see what we need for the blacksmith.
Our farm is really lacking. We're going to need to plant some more stuff soon.
I know, like our farm's terrible, but we need to get resources and get the stuff we need. And
yeah.
Or no, we need to go to the carpenter, right? Not the blacksmith?
Are we upgrading our tools, or are we talking about chicken coops?
Well, for upgrading our tools, we need copper, remember? So we need to go see what we need from the carpenter.
You're right. We need to go to the carpenter. Okay, we'll go do that then. Okay, so... let's see. Okay, I was 16, and honestly, like, I had kind of given up on dating. Like, I had, you know, that relationship in middle school, and then I kind of, like, had small little things with guys on and off here and there, but I didn't really care much to really date anybody. And then I was online looking at profiles on a website called Space, which was like kind of a like knockoff MySpace, I guess. And then I don't know, I was just like adding, you know, boys who I thought were cute, I guess. But I was only adding people who were online. And then I came across Jay, and he was like, his profile picture was him with like the slicked down black hair, you know, like mostly covering his face and his eyeliner. And I was like, oh, he's really cute, but he wasn't online, but I decided to add him anyway. And then like 20 minutes later, I went and checked, and I had and he was online, so I commented on one of his pictures that he was really cute or whatever.
So basically we need a lot of wood and stone and a lot of gold.
Gold.
Okay, so before we go mining more, why don't I fish for a little while so that we can see if we can find some fish to sell.
That's a good idea. And I want to see if I can sell like my amethyst and stuff like that.
So I'm going to fish. If you want, you can go back and get the geodes. And
I've actually got some.
Oh, okay. Well, because then we can, you can do that while I'm fishing.
Okay.
And then you can just go ahead and tell your story, and I'll just fish.
Okay. So I commented on his thing that he was just really cute, and then he commented back that I was cute too, or whatever. And then he was like, hey, I almost never go on this site. Can we talk, or can I add you on MySpace? And I was like, sure, because, you know, I was a stupid kid, and I didn't, you know, think about the fact that I was just letting some random stranger I just met online add me on a personal thing. Because do you remember, like, how MySpace was such a free-for-all? Like, maybe not for you, because you were older than me. What?
Oh, nothing. I just almost threw away my pickaxe.
Oh, no. Maybe not for you because you were older than me, but it was, like, kind of...
Yeah, where you just have, like, random people add you.
Yeah, it was kind of reckless, where you would have random people add you, and you would honestly just add random people, and it was whatever. So he went, and I don't know where to sell these, honestly. Maybe the blacksmith? And so I went and let him add me on MySpace, and then we just started, like, messaging and chatting, like, every day. He added me on MSN Messenger, and he always got mad at me because he liked using AIM, and I didn't like AIM, and I mean, he didn't get actually mad at me, but, you know. And so we just ended up talking. I added him at the end of December, and then we ended up talking every day from December to like March. No, was it March? Yeah, it was March. And then he finally asked me for my phone number. And I was like, okay, sure. And he called me, and then the first time he called me, we ended up on the phone for like 6 hours. And then he ended up just calling me every night, literally every night from March until May, the beginning of May. And then at the beginning of May, I was like, he asked if we wanted to meet at the mall, and I was kind of nervous because I'm like, I don't know you, like I don't even know if you're a real person. So I knew that Megan had a friend, my friend Megan, had a friend who went to the school that he claimed he went to. So I messaged her on MySpace, and I asked her if he was a real person, like if she could verify his name and that he actually went to that school and everything. And asked her if he was like, you know, somebody who I would want to get involved with. And she told me that he was a real person and that he seemed perfectly harmless and friendly enough. So I was like, okay. So I had Megan and Shannon come to the mall with me to meet him. And okay, I don't really care about how you feel about the weather, dude. I'm trying to go into the blacksmith. Stop it. Oh, man. It's open, it's 7 something and it's not open past 4.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay, so then we went to go meet him at the mall, and I actually ended up running into one of our cousin Crystal's friends, Joe, who I had been talking to. Like, he was interested in me, but I kind of found him like a little creepy and weird. So I was kind of avoiding like, talking to him, you know?
Yeah. I've not
but
caught a single fish, just so we're clear.
Oh, okay, and I haven't sold anything because I was too late. Maybe we should just go to bed. And so he ended up like wanting to talk to me, and I was like shy and uncomfortable, and so I just kind of like let him sit and talk. And Megan and Shannon, or no, not Shannon, Megan was like, well, why don't we just leave with him and hang out with him instead? Like, you came here to meet a guy, and here's a guy. And I'm like, no, that's not the point. Like, I'm not here to just like meet any random dude. Like, but then I couldn't find Jay. Like, I was supposed to be able to spot him. For some reason, we didn't pick like a store and a time to meet at, which I think is really stupid. He was just like, I'm gonna be there, I'll be in a bright green shirt, find me. And I was like, okay. Where did you go?
There's a cutscene happening.
Oh, okay, weird. What's happening in the cutscene?
I'm talking to George.
Oh, okay. Well, let me know what he says. So...
He just wants me to scare raccoons, but it's not actually raccoons, it's the old guy with the giant face beard. Who apparently wants water. Oh, Linus is his name.
Alright. Town is weird. And so, anyway, I ended up bringing, because he had a home phone number and a cell phone number, and I ended up bringing his home phone number with me thinking it was his cell number. And so, oh, there's a kitty in my bed. And so I couldn't call him, and we ended up taking too long and got all distracted by Joe, so he thought that I had like just ditched him, and he ended up going home, which was annoying for him, obviously, because he walked there, and it was like an hour and a half walk. So eventually I called his number again, and he answered, and I was like, where are you? And he's like, I'm at home. This is my home number. And I was like, oh, shit. My bad. And so, whoopsie. I'm just sitting in a chair in my house. And so and so he was like, you can, like, come here if you want. And I was like, to your house? And he was like, I mean, yeah, if you want to. So me and Megan and Shannon drove over to his house, and we met him there, and we just like hung out for a couple of hours, and then we left. And I was like, okay, like I don't know if I made a good impression. I don't know. It was just really awkward, you know, because
Yeah.
the whole situation was just weird. And then I went home, but again, like that was in May, and we continued to talk like on the phone every night. And then in July, he had taken the entire month of July off of work because he was supposed to come to California and visit family. But then that ended up falling through, and he couldn't go. So I was like, hey, you know, like, do you want to come spend a weekend at my house? On I think it was like the 19th to the 22nd. And he was like, yeah, sure, which I think, personally, I think is weird. Like, Mom let us do the weirdest stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was this kid who I had met online, only met once, and she was coming to let him stay the weekend at her house. But he did, and he came and he stayed that weekend. And then he had left something at her house, so he came back a few days later to get it. And then he asked me if I wanted to be his girlfriend, and I was like, sure. And there we are. He actually used to pay his friend Mike. Oh, that's weird. I haven't seen an update like this while sleeping before.
Oh, it's because it's day. Oh wait, no, I don't know. I don't know why he did this.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then we went and like, yeah, he used to pay his friend, I think it was like $50 a weekend to pick or bring him to our house and pick him back up, like bring him after work on Friday and then pick him back up on Sunday, because he lived an hour away and he didn't drive. So that's how our relationship was for the entire first year. He would just come on the weekends after work and stay until Sunday, and then finally his mom decided she was going to move back to California. I remember it was in October of 2007, so like just a little over a year after we started dating, and he was going to have to move back with her. And I was like, Mom, can he move in with us? I really, really, really don't want him to move back to California. And she was really, really hesitant for obvious reasons, which I got mad about, because why are you getting hesitant about my, like, I'm 18, I'm an adult, he is 19, and you let your, 15-year-old daughter have a 20-something-year-old man move in with her, and that was fine. So I was irritated.
At 13, she let Billy move in, and Billy was like 18.
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, see, I was really annoyed that she was even hesitant about it, because I was like, what the heck? Like, it could be worse, obviously. So finally she, broke down and let him move in, and, he got his license, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how our relationship started.
And then?
Oh, you want me to do like a whole
Yeah,
timeline
you're
of the
doing the
relationship?
whole story of you and Jay.
Oh gosh, okay. So he moved in, and he lived with us he lived at Mom's house with us for, oh my gosh. So I was 18 when he moved in. Okay, so a big part of our story, I actually ended up getting pregnant at 19, and then miscarried. And after that, I don't know, things just kind of got weird. Like, things just got weird. and we needed a change, and it was just a lot of stuff. So we ended up deciding we were going to move with his mom to California. That was like right after I turned 20. Or no, it wasn't right after, was it? No, it was right after. It was right after I turned 20.
I need to give you these geodes because I can't. I don't have room in my inventory. So here.
Oh, okay. Yes, please. Okay, and I will come here and I will. Did I take all of them? Okay. Just hand me all of them. And so yes. And so we moved to California. We actually ended up taking a Greyhound. We had just like a bag of stuff each, and we took a Greyhound across the U.S. And it was actually really, really fun. Like, it was a really fun trip. We stopped at a bunch of like cool cities and got to like, get out for a little while and explore the city. And hello, can I talk to you? Why aren't you letting me talk to you? There we go. Process geos. And so I we did that. We went across the country, and then I'm sorry, I'm like distracted right now. Trying to process these. Yes, I do. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, we have to go put some stuff away because there's still 7 I have to do.
Wait, can we sell these now?
Oh, yeah, can we? To him or to the general store?
To him.
Oh. I don't think so. Just shop, upgrade tools, and process geodes.
Okay, give me your geodes.
Okay. Oopsie, sorry. So, how do I hand them to you?
You have to hold them and then walk up to me and press A on me. Or press whatever on me.
Okay, hold on. I'm having issues here. Okay, geodes, walk up to you and push something. Click on you. X, there we go. Okay, so then we moved to California, and we lived in California for like a couple of years. We both ended up working at McDonald's, and it was and we rented our first house together. It was the first place because we had lived with his mom for the first probably like almost year of living in California. And also there was a period of time where I came back for our grandma's memorial, and it was a one-way ticket, and nobody was gonna send me back, and his grandma ended up having to pay for me to take an Amtrak back. So I ended up on a 3-day Amtrak by myself, which was actually really relaxing and really fun. I would recommend. So yeah, we did that. I did that. And so that was after like 2.5 months of being gone. Like, I just came back to Michigan for 2.5 months. And then came back to California.
If you go to shop, you can sell anything don't sell any copper, but you can sell anything else. Walk up to the counter and click
you can? Okay.
shop, and then there'll be, like, all your stuff will be down there.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, yay. That's so cool. Okay. So, yeah, we did that. Oh, I'm like, I can't multitask. Like, I can't talk and do things at the same time. Okay. So, anyway, we rented our house, and we lived in California for like 2 years, and it was good. We had a lot of fun. We met a lot of really cool people. We made a lot of friends. We did a lot of like partying. Like, I guess Jay didn't really party so much because he doesn't drink or whatever. He didn't smoke or anything back then. So, but I did a lot of partying, and he just kind of like joined me and hung out, and you know, we went a lot of places. We visited a lot of like cool things in California, and it was just nice. Like it was really needed. It broke me out of my shell. Like I was really like painfully shy before moving to California, and it kind of forced me to learn how to be outgoing and make friends. So that was really good. But at the same time, like, I just missed my family. Like, I was not ready. And so I ended up kind of, I gotta find something to do. I ended up wanting to go back to Michigan. And I don't know, Jay's grandpa like offered him a job, and he was considering taking it and staying in California, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not staying in California, so, you know, if you want to stay here, then I guess that's it for us, but I'm going home.
Yeah, she sort of ultimatum'd him. That was after you came to visit.
That was a long time though. That was like because I came to visit when we very first moved.
Yeah, I know, but remember when you came and stayed at my house for a little bit?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not saying it was right after, but it was after that you like tried to go back there and.
Oh yeah. It was kind of not the right. Like I needed it for many reasons. It was definitely a good move.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, it needed to not be permanent.
Right.
Like, so, you know, I moved, it wasn't really so much an ultimatum as more like, I'm leaving, you can come with me if you want to, you know?
Right.
Like, so he decided to come with me, and so we basically got rid of all of our stuff except what would fit in our truck. And it's funny, we actually
I don't know how to
bought
fish
the
in this
truck.
game.
I don't know. I wish that I had a friggin' fishing pole.
Oh, wait.
What?
Oh, no. I was thinking I could give you my fishing pole, but no, I can't, because I can't hold it up to you.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, but I could put it in the box.
Oh, you could, and I could take it out of the box.
Yeah, I'll put it in the box and let you take it out, and you can try fishing next time, because I am terrible at it, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Okay. I don't know if I'll be any better. I doubt it, but I can try. Oh, do we go there for chicken coops and stuff?
No, we just have to build them.
Oh, we go there for, like, chickens.
Yeah. We just need more money,
so,
that's all.
Okay. So, yeah. We ended up buying a truck, like, 2 days before moving, and driving on Route 66, actually. Which was, again, highly recommend. It was a lot of fun. And God, man. I won't get into the details of that trip. Maybe we'll talk about trips in another video.
Yeah.
But,
Holly and Jay have had some adventures, I'll tell you what.
yeah. So, you know, we took Route 66 and we ended up making it to Ohio in 3 days. And we were going to Ohio because we were going to be living with our older sister Heidi for a while, just, you know, until we found a place. And we spent 9 months
You can go ahead and take the fishing
living
pole.
why can't, it's like not letting me see the contents of these boxes.
That box is empty. You just need to get...
Yeah, hold on. Stop it. We ended up living with our older sister Heidi. Oh, there it is, okay. For about, well, I'm gonna sell some more stuff. For about 9 months. And it was actually good. Like it was actually good. Like we had a good time living there, and it worked out really well, and everything was really chill. I worked at Burger King, and he worked at Arby's while we lived there, to save for our own place. And then I ended up getting pregnant with. Okay, so we spent a lot of time like going to the bar.
Okay, listen for a second. You take the fishing pole and go fishing. I'm gonna go mine and see what I can find. Okay.
Okay, cool. That works. So, we did a lot of like partying and everything while we were there, and so we would go to like the bar, a couple times a week, and sometimes just like drink at home and stuff. Well, I eventually found out that I was like, I went down to visit, I went up to visit Michigan, and I was actually staying with our sister Tracy, and we were supposed to go to the bar that night, but I was like, hey, don't know if I should go to the bar, I think I might be pregnant. And like, I didn't want to tell her or tell anyone, but I didn't know how to like not make it obvious if we were planning to go to the bar all weekend and I wasn't going to drink, So I ended up telling her, and then so I.
She was quite proud of being the first person to know, just so we're clear.
She was very proud. And so and she kept it a secret, which I was so
shocking
proud.
For Tracy.
Yeah, it was impressive. And so I think I know what to do. And so I ended up calling Jay because we had kind of suspected, and but we weren't sure. So I called him and I was like, yeah, we were right. And he was just like, okay. And like didn't say anything else, like didn't have any kind of response, and didn't like. So I was like, you good? And he was like, yeah, I'm fine. I just need to think for a bit. And I was like, okay, you do that. So, I spent the weekend or whatever, and then Jay came and picked me up. And I don't know, he was just kind of like, we were just really quiet at first, and then I was like, oh man, did that wrong. And so, I was like, what are we gonna do? And he's like, what do you mean, what are we gonna do? Like, we're gonna get a place and we're gonna have a kid. And I was like, all right. So we found a place, and I don't know, somehow Heidi didn't know, but like I stopped drinking, and I didn't. Okay, this can't. You're right. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, because when I push C, it just comes up.
Try Googling it.
I'm going to. What?
Because I tried, but it's only showing me what to do for keyboard, not for controller.
Water, press left mouse, station rod, press left, fill an empty room, color yellow to green, determine how far your gobbler's down. Okay, I don't care about that. So yeah, then we ended up getting our place, and it was just like a cute little, 2-bedroom place, and then we. I don't know why my throat's like closing. And then we. Sorry, hold on. Oh, okay. Okay. I think I'm just jumping the gun. I think that might be the problem. So we got a place, and then we ended up just getting everything set up, but then we were very I couldn't find a job because I was visibly pregnant and nobody wanted to hire me. So we were kind of struggling, and we ended up not being able to keep our place. So when I was hugely pregnant with Augie, we moved in with a friend of his from work. We actually moved into her basement, and I was not happy. Not because, of anything that I appreciate her giving us a place to live, and she didn't even charge us. She was so nice, and I feel like I was kind of mean to her like not mean to her, but just like kind of cold to her because I was very pregnant and I just wanted my baby to have a bedroom. I just wanted to be able to like nest and set up our own little area for just our little family, and I couldn't. And that was awful for me. I hated it. And so then, I'm not doing this well. I'm so confused by what's happening in this game right now. Oh, yes, I'm getting one. And so come on. Why am I not getting this fish? And so I'm clicking like crazy. And so I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a second to catch this fish. And oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever done.
I know, it's hard, right?
I wish you could see what I like. Have you gotten to the point where you have to like
catch
like
one?
Crazy?
Yeah,
it's awful. Dude, what the heck? How many times do I have to friggin' push this? Oh, click. Come on. So yeah, we lived with her for the first like when I had him, and for the first little bit afterwards. Am I supposed to like be putting it on the fish? Is that what's supposed to be happening?
I think so.
Okay, I don't know what is supposed to. Oh, I see. Okay. Go. I don't know how to keep the bar behind the fish, dude. Oh, I caught it. Okay, that was such a pain, and all I caught was a friggin' sardine, but I'm gonna try again. Okay. Anyway, we moved in eventually with his grandma. Dang it. And we lived with her for a few months, and you know, she's fine, but we also lived in her basement, and we had like our little area set up, but I was a very scared, very paranoid new mom. I didn't want to leave my kid alone in the basement when he was sleeping. You know, like I just wanted to be near him all the time, and she would get mad at me because I didn't spend enough time upstairs. I didn't like do chores upstairs, I guess. I didn't like load and unload the dishwasher, and when I did one time, she got like angry at me because I didn't do it right, I guess. So we lived there for the first like couple months of Augie's life, and then we moved to our mom's house, and we ended up living there for like a year, which I'm not going to get too into detail, but it didn't work out well because my mom's boyfriend kind of
sucks.
Yeah, he would do things like smoke in the house. They both would smoke in the house, even though I asked them not to. Like, I had a very small baby in the house. Do not smoke in the house. I don't want my kid breathing in your cigarette smoke. But they didn't listen because it was their house and they were smoking it if they want to or whatever. So, I kind of just was like, okay, I'm not gonna, I can't do that. Like, I can't.
You forgot to mention that you got married also.
Oh, yeah. I guess we got married.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go back to that. So that was actually when we still lived with his grandma in her basement. And by grandma, by the way, I mean like ex-step-grandma.
Yeah.
Not like an actual grandma.
She's a nice woman, but...
Yeah. She's his ex-stepdad's mother. Still family, though. So... Anyway, that was when we lived with her. We had Augie in the stroller, and we were walking to, it was a Halloween store.
Oh yeah, Halloween USA or something like that?
Yeah, but it was not Halloween USA.
Yeah, it was the one like that. It was the other one.
Yeah. We were walking there, and we were just gonna, like, go check out costumes and all that stuff. And as we were walking, so Jay had been kind of considering joining, I'm going home, by the way. 'cause
Me
it's
too.
getting late.
Yeah, I'm on my
Okay.
way.
Had been considering, like, maybe joining some kind of, like, military or something, like, because we were just trying to survive at that point. And plus we had just had Augie, so we wanted some kind of, like, stability, like, like financial and just all that stability in our relationship. And I wanted to have the same last name as my kids, so we were like, we should just, like, go get married. Like, we weren't gonna have a wedding. We were just gonna literally go get married at, like, a courthouse. And we decided, during that walk that we were going to, and then we went, messed around at Halloween USA for a while, and came back to his grandma's house. And when we got there, we told her about it, and she instantly was like, "Oh no, you're not just gonna do that. You're gonna have a wedding." And we were like, "Oh, okay." Like, we don't really care to have a wedding. And she's like, "No, you're gonna have a little small something. I'm gonna get you a cake. We're gonna do some decorations." And I was like, "Okay, like, if you want to, that's."
She also had been the one to do the baby shower for Augie at the same place.
Yeah. Yep. So I was like, I'm not gonna, like, argue, like, that's fine. If you want to do that. We should probably water these because they look like they're wilting a little bit.
Yeah.
So she got some, and I mean, to her credit, it turned out really good. Like,
Yeah, it was a lovely
really cute
little wedding. I did it.
It literally happened. Yep. Tony married us. And it was just like it happened in 2 weeks. Like, that's how fast it was. That's how unplanned it was. It was literally just 2 weeks later we were married, and Jay's mom actually is still really upset about that because she wasn't there. But, like, because she was all the way in California, but we hadn't planned that. Like, we just wanted to go get married, nobody with us, except for one person to be a witness, and that was it. And then everybody around us was like, not everybody around us, but a few people around us were like, "Nope, you're gonna have a wedding." So, that ended up happening. But yeah, and so we got married. It was cute. I loved my dress. My dress was literally a dress that I had found at a thrift shop that I bought for $3. Like, that's what my dress was.
We need to find more seeds, or like buy more seeds or something, because we have nothing planted now.
Yeah, let's go to the general store and buy some seeds. Oh, the butterflies. So we went and and I have to sell some stuff at the general store too. So, yeah, then we got married. And that was actually on October 21st, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, my sisters always say happy anniversary to me every year, and I'm like, "Oh, it's my anniversary, my bad."
Well, because it shows up in my Facebook memories.
Yeah. And I like, unless something, like, is pointed out to me, I don't ever look at my Facebook memories, so, like, I never notice it. But yeah, we still celebrate, like, the day that we started dating, and just totally forget about our wedding anniversary, I guess. So we...
Cool. I'm so glad you're closed on Wednesdays. It's Monday.
Yeah, what the heck? Oh, here I am. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Melon seeds, tomato seeds, blueberry seeds, pepper seeds. What should I get? I kind of want some blueberry seeds.
Okay.
Oh, I clicked on it.
I'll get... Oh, I'm going to get some corn.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to hoe, like,
Oh,
a
wait,
different
no, I
little
won't,
area.
because I need a trellis. Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh.
Never mind. Yeah, I can do corn seeds.
Okay. What is this for sale? So I Oh, backpack upgrade. We don't have enough for that, but that's cool.
What did you get?
I got blueberries.
Okay, I'm gonna get tomatoes and melon.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta hurry up my story because we still need to have time for you to talk about you and Bob.
No, that's gonna be a whole separate video. I was doing a whole video for you and Jay and a whole video for me and Bob.
No, I know, but I'm saying we still need that time.
Oh, time, yeah, to record. Yeah, got you.
Yeah. I want to go sell my things real quick.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna go down to the blacksmith.
Was that at the general store that I saw those?
That you saw what?
Like geodes and stuff?
No, you do that at the blacksmith.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna go down there. So yeah, anyway, where was I? Oh, we got married. We lived with Mom for a while. They would smoke in the house, and her boyfriend peed on the floor at one point while my child was still like crawling, like just in the middle of the living room. Woke up at night and peed in the middle of the floor, and they just kind of like didn't do anything about it for a while until I complained. It was a whole thing. So we decided that we had to move, and his mom had been talking about needing some help. And his grandpa had offered him a job, but was being really vague about the details. But Jay had wanted to work for his grandpa like his entire life. He like idolized his grandpa and like just had always wanted to work with him. So
do you have room for 2 geodes?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm going to give them to you because I don't have room in my inventory.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So
I said something. I canceled it.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go process those then real quick.
If there's anything good, just sell it real quick.
Yeah, I will. So then we went and moved in with his mother and his mother's boyfriend. And oh my gosh. And like, not anything against his mother. She's a wonderful person, but it just really didn't work. Like
living with someone else is hard. It does not matter. Living with someone else is hard.
Yeah, like it was just not. And like, plus her husband is so fucking grumpy and mean. And oopsie, I'm not trying to shop in the middle of the store. I mean, not shops, fish. So anyway, it was just like a really uncomfortable situation for a while, and then we eventually ended up getting a 2-bedroom place, setting up Augie his little room, and we had our room, and it wasn't the best area. It wasn't the worst, but it also was like, you know, like our neighbors sold like some pretty hard drugs like right in front of our house, and there was a shooting literally outside of our window in the first week that we moved to there. So it wasn't wonderful. And so but you know, I mean, we were fine. Like, you know, it was a decent little place. It was a pretty good size. And we lived there, and then I ended up pregnant with my second kid. And we lived there until Callie was about 9 months old, and Augie was almost 4. And then we decided we wanted to travel in an RV. But, you know, we used to be way too impulsive. We didn't really have any, like, solid plan laid out. We just kind of bought the RV, and we're just going to live in whatever RV park in the area while my husband worked, and we just traveled between RV parks until we made enough of our travel blog to take it, like, farther than just the local area. We really should have planned better, because we ended up just living in this garbage little RV park for a while. because we had an older RV and none of the nicer ones would accept us, let us stay there, which is ridiculous. And so...
Okay, do you have seeds to plant?
Yes, I do. And I just want to make this even because it's driving me crazy. And so we stayed... Oh, that's it? Okay, those are my seeds. We ended up living at this little RV park for 3 years while we saved to move. And then we chopped down our gate.
I did not mean to do that. I was just trying to close it.
And so then we moved. Gosh, I'm just gonna, from the end of 2019 until now, we have moved, let's see, there, there. We have moved 5 times. Most being, we were at our first place for like a year, so most of those moves being within the past year.
And they had one more child as well.
Oh yeah, sorry. Also, we had our third daughter. I mean, our third child.
Who is a daughter.
Yes, who is a daughter. In 2019. You know, things have gotten a lot better living-wise, financially, all of that for us, and in that amount of time from moving out of that RV park till now. But it was a struggle for most of our relationship, and because we're both high school dropouts, we boot. And oh gosh, okay. And in the past, should I get into our moving in the past?
Yeah, might as well. I mean,
Okay,
whatever you
so,
have time to talk about.
In the past, okay, so in 2020, obviously COVID happened.
Oh, we should mention also, Holly has not been back to Michigan since she came here when Callie was 9 months old.
Yeah, it was December of 2015.
And
she was not 9 months old, she was actually 4 months old.
Or yeah, 4 months old.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a very long time.
And
almost 6 years. Or no, actually almost 7 years.
Yeah, and she had tickets to come here in 2020.
Yeah, just in the beginning of March of 2020, we bought tickets to come.
Yeah, my son was graduating high school, and they were going to surprise him.
Yep, we were going to show up and be there, and I was really excited. Non-refundable tickets, too.
Yeah, non-refundable tickets. Nobody expected the world to shut down.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that was when we lived in this, like, little 2-bedroom apartment, and, you know, at that point we had all 3 of our kids, and, our youngest actually turned 1 right around the time that all of the lockdowns happened. We couldn't have a first birthday for her or anything. She actually hasn't had a birthday party yet in her life, and she's 3. But, so, yeah, we lived in that little apartment, and then when everything closed down, we decided, okay, like, let's move. Like, I don't know why, but we just decided to move, and we moved to a actually very good-sized 4-bedroom house with a yard. It was really nice. We lived there for, oh my gosh, all of the rest of 2020 and into 2021. Mm-hmm. We lived there until August of 2021. Yeah, August, holy crap. Okay, August of 2021. And then our landlord was like, oh, my son grew up in this house, and he said eventually one day when he started a family, he wanted to live in this house. And we were like, oh, okay. So she was basically like, so you guys need to move. And we were like, awesome. So we ended up spending all of our savings to move, and we ended up finding a little 2-bedroom apartment that was, fine, in a nice area. It was cute. We didn't hate it, but it took us so long to find because of the housing situation in California. Like, it was
Especially
really
during
difficult.
COVID.
Especially during COVID, yeah. And we were like trying to find an area that was nice and affordable. And like, we make decent money, but it doesn't matter in this state, like, at all. If you make decent money, it's really hard to find anywhere affordable to live. And so anyway, we ended up finding this place after a lot of like stress and struggle and thinking we were going to end up having to move into like a garbage area with our children. And then we moved into that place, and literally 2 months into living here, I'll just tell you later why I'm saying here, but into living here, we ended up getting a notice that we had to move. We had, like 60
Almost
days
no
or
time.
something. Yeah, we had like almost no time to move because they were renovating our apartment. And we were like, what the hell? Why did you even let us move in if you were just going to kick us out 2 months later? That makes no sense. Like, we barely just got unpacked. So we had no savings left because we had just used them all of it to move into that place. And so we were like, what are we going to do? And I posted about my struggles on Facebook. And somebody who was like kind of an acquaintance from the place I'd lived before, she was like, hey, I've been looking for somebody to move into my house because I want to live in this yurt on my property, but I need help fixing up the yurt. So would you guys want to live here for like a very low rent, like no deposit or anything, and just, work to help me fix up the yurt so that I can live in it and you guys can live in my house? And we were like, oh, yeah, like, that sounds like a great deal. And obviously we were like kind of apprehensive because we're like, we're just going to be living in this stranger's house with our kids, but at that point we were desperate. We had literally no money like saved to be able to move anywhere. So we just kind of took a shot and moved in. And okay, this person that we moved in with, I gotta start by saying she's not a bad person.
It's debatable.
Mostly. What?
I said that's debatable.
She tries to be a good person. But misses the mark in a lot of ways. She tries to come off as a very open-minded person, but is a lot more bigoted than she thinks she is, and gets really mad when you point it out to her. She's very controlling, kind of judgmental. She really just, I don't want to be mean because she tried really hard to do us a favor, and I do appreciate it, but she is kind of toxic in a lot of ways. It was not a healthy environment. It was not comfortable. She was really good to my kids unless they weren't being perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was she now?
Yeah, she was really good to the kids unless they weren't being perfect. And then, like, she literally, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but she insulted some people that I love. She insulted, indirectly, but definitely. And she judged my parenting, and then she ended up literally screaming in the face of my not even 3-year-old yet at the time. And that was the last straw. But again, we had just moved in there a couple of months ago. Like, we had moved in at the beginning of January, and this was the middle of February. So, again, we had no money to move. And it was so stressful and terrible, and I'm getting like friggin' PTSD just thinking about it. because we had no idea what we were going to do. We ended up going to a hotel, or a motel, that his mother paid for, which I appreciate unbelievably. Like, we paid her back, but still, that was a lot to do for us.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put my stuff in this while you're doing that. I'm gonna put my stuff in this chest. And then we ended up living in that hotel or motel for a week while looking for places to live, and then we ended up finding that there was an apartment for rent at the apartments we had just moved out of a couple months ago. I was still feeling very sour towards these apartments because, you know, they had kicked us out and screwed us over, but we knew that they would approve, like, that we could get approved here. Oh, look, more chests.
Yeah, I decided to make us a few more chests to put stuff in.
Thanks. And so we ended up moving in here, and now we're settled. We're good for a while. We're trying not to move until our first this whole time we had been trying to save up to move across the country. Like, that was the plan. I want to be closer to my family. Jay's, down moving more to the East Coast, and that was
There we
the
go.
plan.
Now we have 4 chests to fill with stuff as needed.
Perfect. And that was the plan. We were very, very much in the process when all of our savings got taken away by being, kicked out of all of these places. Totally not by anything we did. Just out of just pure bad luck, I guess. So it is, it has only been 10 months, and we have moved 4 times in the past 10 months. Yep. And now we're here, and he has he had a good job for a few years now, but we're settled in this place. There's, it's renovated. We shouldn't be kicking this out anytime soon.
Yeah.
His job's pretty secure at this point, I'm hoping. Yeah, and just an update, he's planning to get fixed eventually. We don't plan on having any more children. I didn't even cover. I'm gonna do that story a different day, but everything that happened in January.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that, so I didn't bring it up.
Yeah. Not to mention while we were living in this woman's house. Oh man, and talk about all the friggin' lies she accused me of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have a very good opinion of this woman that they lived with, just so we're clear.
This whole traumatic, seriously, like, not being dramatic, truly traumatic event that happened to me.
It was bad. Yeah, so maybe we'll tell that story a different time. I wasn't sure how...
Yeah, that's a whole story in itself. We'll tell that another time, but it's been a ride.
Yeah, it sure has.
You know how ready I am to just, like, move somewhere and be
and be permanent.
Have a home and not have to go anywhere.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that is the story of us, and that is where I'm going to leave it, because that's where
right.
we are now.
Yeah, there's Holly and Jay. That one took an hour. All right. Gosh. I'm going to mute real quick and end it, and then I'll come back. And do you have time to do me and Bob?
Yeah, we can do me and Bob.
Okay, let me mute real quick. All right, guys. Well, that was Holly and Jay's adventurous love story. I love my brother-in-law. He's a great guy. I obviously love my nieces and my nephew. And, yeah, I don't know. Jay's a good guy, Holly's husband. So now I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow our socials, all that stuff. And tomorrow it'll be the not-so-love story of me and my ex-husband. So stay tuned.